Something is in the air. And if you're sensitive to energy, you already feel it. It's not loud, not dramatic, but it's present, thick, pulsing, waiting. There's a quiet force moving beneath the surface of your life. Something sacred has begun ticking, and that ticking isn't random. It's the divine clock, and now it's moving. For you, you didn't miss your moment. You didn't fail your purpose. You were simply being calibrated for it, because what's coming isn't ordinary. Tomorrow is the big day, not because everything will change all at once, but because something within you already has. The universe didn't forget you. The delays weren't punishments, they were part of a higher timing. And that higher timing is now upon you. Everything in the cosmos, every planet, every vibration, every light particle has been repositioning around this moment. The divine clock, that sacred instrument that measures not minutes, but meaning, just began to chime. And that chime is for you. This isn't superstition. This isn't some vague spiritual pep talk. This is alignment. This is code. This is prophecy waking up in your bones. Because tomorrow isn't just a date, it's a destiny checkpoint. And you, yes, you are on time. Even if it didn't feel like it. Even if you thought you'd fallen behind. Even if you've been questioning every decision, every detour, every disappointment. Listen to me closely now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're not behind, you're aligned. The divine clock doesn't rush, it doesn't delay, it prepares. And now it ticks. Tick, tick, tick. Marking the seconds before your life opens in a way it never has before. This is the quiet before the rise. The last moment before the curtain lifts. But only those with ears to hear, with spirit attuned to guidance, will recognize this moment. And that's why you're here. You didn't find this video by chance. Your soul pulled you here, because you're in the final stretch before activation. But you must choose how you meet it. Will you walk into tomorrow with fear, or with faith so steady the ground shakes beneath your steps? Will you repeat old cycles, or rise into the next version of you? Because the clock has started, and what you do now echoes into everything next. Take a breath. Now say out loud, yes, out loud, I align with divine time. I am ready for tomorrow. Did you feel that? That gentle unlock? That subtle exhale in the invisible realm? That was the door beginning to open. Not just any door, your door. Because when the divine clock ticks, it's not just any moment. It's a summons, a pull, a vibration you can't ignore. And tomorrow, it holds a moment that belongs to you. But make no mistake, this isn't about watching the hours. It's about watching your energy. It's about readiness, about quieting the noise and hearing what time it truly is. Soul time, spirit time, breakthrough time. And it starts when you stop doubting. You've already been through the fire. You've already endured the silence. You've already wondered, when is it my turn? Well, your turn is now ticking toward you. And that's why tonight feels different. You've been guided to this very second because your soul knows you were born for what's about to happen. And what is about to happen? A realignment, a divine meeting, an opening, a shift so subtle and yet so permanent, you'll look back on today and whisper, that was the moment it all began. You see, the divine clock doesn't measure time the way we do. It doesn't care about your schedule. It doesn't check your bank account, your age, your deadlines, or your calendar. It checks your readiness. It checks your inner world, your capacity, your energy field, your willingness to walk with faith, not sight. Because tomorrow isn't just a date, it's a portal, a mirror, a sacred checkpoint that only reveals its magic to those who've prepared, not perfectly, but energetically. And whether you know it or not, you've been preparing for this moment for years. All the detours were design. All the rejections were redirections. All the heartbreak was wholly rearranging. Every time you were slowed down, something bigger was speeding up behind the scenes. But here's the thing. No one tells you. Before a major blessing, silence gets louder. Time seems slower. You feel more alone. Old wounds show up. You question everything. That's not a sign you're failing. That's the sign you're on the brink. Because when the divine clock is about to strike, your nervous system feels it first. The shaking isn't breakdown, it's breakthrough. And if you're listening now, you're not just close. You're inside the frequency window. You are being tuned like an instrument, prepared like a vessel, cleansed like a channel. Because tomorrow, something shifts in your field. Something subtle, but irreversible. You'll notice it in how things start falling into place, how people begin reaching out, how the unexpected money shows up, how the urge to hesitate vanishes. That's not coincidence. That's the confirmation that divine timing isn't just poetic. It's precise. And you are being called to walk into it like you were made for it because you were. The version of you who doubted, feared, settled, apologized, that version is dissolving. You don't need the shadow of who you had to be to survive. Because tomorrow begins the timeline of who you were meant to be to thrive. The divine doesn't ask for permission. It simply arrives. In quiet signs, in repeat numbers, in dreams that echo, in the chills you get right now hearing these words. That's not imagination, that's recognition. So if you're still listening, you're ready. Not perfect, not fully certain, but ready enough. And that's all the divine needs, because your time doesn't arrive when everything makes sense. It arrives when your spirit finally says, even if I can't see it, I still believe it. And that belief, that moment of surrender, that's the key. That's what starts the ticking of divine timing. Louder than doubt, stronger than fear. And it's happening now. Right now. With every word you hear, something within you shifts, unlocks, unfolds. This isn't just a message, it's a mirror that shows you what's been trying to reach you, but couldn't until you were still enough to listen. Because tomorrow won't arrive with noise, it will arrive with knowing. That strange peace, that inner yes, that pull to step into something greater even if it terrifies you. That's what the divine clock sounds like. It doesn't tick like seconds. It pulses like truth. You planted the seeds in silence. Tomorrow you feel the soil shake. Because something is rising now, beneath, behind, and beyond you. It's bigger than just money. It's deeper than a goal. It's the divine clock bringing a promise full circle. Got it. Here's a concise version of part 3. Still voiceover ready, aligned with your title, and keeping the final tone tight, clear, and powerful. Tomorrow will feel different. Not because the sky changes color, not because someone hands you a check, but because your soul will recognize something sacred in the air. Something is arriving, not from effort, but from timing. And if you're quiet enough when you wake up, you'll feel it. That click, that pulse, that strange peace in your chest. That is the divine clock, and it's finally ticking for you, so don't rush. Don't question. Don't shrink. Instead, whisper back, I'm ready. I accept. I receive. Tomorrow is not a chance, it's a calling. And now, you are on time.